For most of our lives, we have been conditioned to believe that reality is something fixed, something external to us, something that happens to us rather than something we actively create. We wake up each morning, follow the same routines, think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and then wonder why our lives never change. We become stuck in a cycle of familiarity, trapped in a predictable loop that feels impossible to escape. But what if everything you've been told about reality is only part of the truth? What if reality is not something that simply exists, but rather something that is constantly being shaped by the energy of your thoughts, the vibrational frequency of your emotions, and the power of your own consciousness? Science has already shown us that matter is not as solid as we once believed. At the quantum level, everything is energy. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, even the chair you're sitting on, it's all vibrating energy. And if everything is energy, then everything is also malleable. It means that the reality you experience is not something static. It is something fluid, something that responds to you. But to shift reality, to create something new, you must first change the energy you are broadcasting into the field. Most people live in a state of unconscious creation. They allow past experiences to dictate their present emotions, which in turn determine their future outcomes. If you wake up in the morning and immediately recall a painful memory, relive a stressful event, or dwell on a limiting belief, your body responds as if that experience is happening all over again. The brain releases the same neurochemicals, the body produces the same emotional responses, and suddenly, you are biologically living in the past. And when you live in the past, you are destined to repeat it. This is why so many people find themselves stuck, unable to move forward. They are tethered to a familiar version of themselves, one that was programmed by previous experiences, societal conditioning, and repetitive thought patterns. But here's the truth. You are not your past. You are not the stories you've been telling yourself. You are not the product of your limitations. You are a powerful creator, and at any given moment, you have the ability to shift your reality. The key lies in learning how to transcend the old self and step into a new one. To create a new reality, you must first become aware of your thoughts. Every thought you think carries an energetic signature. When you consistently think thoughts of lack, fear, or self-doubt, you are broadcasting those frequencies into the quantum field. And because like attracts like, the field mirrors back experiences that match those vibrations. This is why people who constantly worry about money often find themselves struggling financially. This is why those who expect disappointment continue to face it. The energy you put out becomes the reality you experience. But when you learn to shift your focus, when you begin to think thoughts of abundance, empowerment, and gratitude, you change your frequency. And when your frequency changes, your reality must follow. This is not wishful thinking. This is the way energy works. Your mind is like a tuning fork, and whatever frequency you attune it to is what you will attract into your life. The next step is to harness the power of your emotions. Thought alone is not enough. The universe does not respond to empty affirmations. It responds to the emotions behind them. When you say, "I am successful," but internally feel doubt and unworthiness, the field picks up on your true vibration, not your words. This is why people struggle with manifestation. They focus on positive thinking, but remain emotionally tethered to fear. To shift your reality, you must embody the feelings of your new future before it arrives. Imagine for a moment that your desired future has already happened. Picture yourself living in abundance, experiencing love, achieving your dreams. Don't just visualize it. Feel it. Feel the excitement, the joy, the gratitude as if it is happening now. The more you practice this elevated state of being, the more you teach your body to align with a new frequency. And when your energy shifts, your reality begins to change to match it. But there is something more powerful than just thinking and feeling your new reality. You must become it. This means taking action from a place of alignment. Too often, people wait for their external circumstances to change before they allow themselves to feel different. They say, "Once I have the money, I'll feel abundant. Once I meet the right person, I'll feel love. Once I achieve success, I'll feel worthy." But this is backward. The external world is simply a reflection of your internal state. If you want to create something new, you must first embody the energy of that new reality now. Feel wealthy before the money arrives. Feel love before the relationship manifests. Feel successful before the evidence appears. When you do this, you no longer wait for reality to change. You change first, and then reality follows. Neuroscience shows us that the brain cannot distinguish between a real event and one that is vividly imagined. When you mentally and emotionally rehearse a future experience, your brain begins to wire new neural pathways, as if that experience has already happened. Your body, which is always responding to your mind, starts producing the same chemical signals, reinforcing the feeling of that new reality. And over time, this practice conditions your entire being to exist in a new state of being. When you consistently embody this new energy, it is only a matter of time before your external reality reorganizes itself to match it. But to fully step into your new reality, you must break free from the patterns of the old self. This means letting go of familiar habits, beliefs, and emotional addictions that no longer serve you. It means becoming conscious of the unconscious programs running your life and choosing differently. It means stepping into the unknown, embracing uncertainty, and trusting the process. The old self will resist. It will try to pull you back into the comfort of the familiar. But transformation does not happen within the confines of the known. It happens when you step beyond it. The truth is, reality is not something happening to you. It is something responding to you. You are the architect of your experience, the creator of your destiny. You have the power to shift your energy, to rewrite your story, to step into a version of yourself that is limitless. But you must be willing to leave behind the old and embrace the new. You must be willing to believe in possibilities greater than your past. You must be willing to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the future you desire. You are not bound by your history. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are a being of infinite potential, capable of bending reality to your will. And when you understand this, when you truly embody it, you become unstoppable. A new reality is not something you wish for. It is something you step into. And the moment you do, the universe has no choice but to meet you there.